Bears. Caleb Williams getting ready to go. Caleb Williams has shown some flashes in recent games to start the season, but has yet to really put it together consistently. Can he do it here early first? Williams finds Rome Odunze deep for the touchdown.
You could see Trayvon Diggs try to jam Rome Odunze, then slips. Credit Caleb, sees it and rips that touchdown, and then Ben Johnson, aggressive. This is the very first snap after that touchdown to Rome Odunze. They go flea flicker. I think that ball's still going at 65 plus. It's an absolute launch.
First career touchdown for Luther Burden III. Bears lead 14-3. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Cowboys trail 14-6. Dak Prescott did find George Pickens for the one-handed touchdown grab. The Cowboys would get the 2-point conversion to tie the game at 14. 30 seconds to go in the half. Williams just keeps firing, finding Cole Kmet.
Yeah, I like his eyes. He peeked that backside safety, watch him hang, and then that beautiful touch pass to the tight end.
Here's under 14 minutes to go. The Bears leading 31-14. Prescott trying to find Pickens, didn't work. And here's Jerry Jones asked if this is a playoff team or not.
I'm going to tell you, yes. And that's because you saw number 4 out there today. And you saw what I think we're capable of doing in the running game and that type of deal. So, yes, I fully do. Now, we've got to, as we evolve toward the playoffs, we've got to get better defensively, certainly. Teams have lost their third game in the NFL, and they've gone on and participated really well in the playoffs, and more than likely have won some Super Bowls, even though they lost the third game in the NFL. And that's not trying to be cute.
Okay, Marcus, is this a playoff team?
No. And again, like, I don't know how you justify that. Like, this league is crazy. I'm not writing Dallas off, right? But defensively, you can't go to the playoffs like that. Like, that's just not going to. But the thing that I hearken to from this game is, as much as everybody talk about this a playoff offense and they should be very good, if you let people drive the ball for 19 plays straight, your offense never gonna have the ball. And if you're always playing from behind as an offense, you're going to be more prone to turning it over because you're going to have to do things that teams know you're going to do, like pushing the ball down the field. So Dallas is not a playoff team. They're not. Their talent on defense is not even playing well, which is a double problem that they have. So it's a bad situation right now. And for you to actually believe that after you play Chicago, who we've watched for the last 2 weeks, is asinine. So that's all I have to say about that.
I think the style of defense that they play is schematically dead in the NFL.
The zone.
I really, it's not zone. The zone style that they play, which is like that spot drop, just get to an area. Yeah. I just think right now in the NFL it's dead. You don't see a lot of good defenses running it. And like reason why is I think teams are too good in the RPO game now. I think teams are too good in the yards after the catch game right now. I think teams are too good in the numbers game. They can formation you to get numbers advantages with their different formations. And so we talked last week, the Chargers defense, that's zone centric, but it's a completely different style. Not only is there a talent issue and their stars, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, I just think their schematic style is dead.
I think Matty Eberflus probably believes they're too hamstrung by their talent to do anything else on the back end. We just got to play simple, cover 3. They can't get pressure rushing fourth, so they had to blitz Caleb in this one. And
ironic.
To flip it to the, right, it's shocking, to the Bears side, I mean, Caleb destroyed the blitz in this one. 7 for 8 for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. And what struck me was just his willingness to hang in there against the blitz every time. You talked about the go ball to Odunze at the double move. The flea flicker, honestly, the toss back to him hung in there as long as his throw out. Yeah. But he was patient, waiting for it, waiting for the screen to set up, to Swift at one point, the comeback to Odunze. The only time he left the pocket versus the blitz was when Ezeraku read the naked, and he made an incredible throw there. But otherwise, he showed, I thought, not just a comfort in this offense, but a belief in the structure of it.
Yeah, I think when you look at Caleb Williams, what you're excited about for this game is how much of this was Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, and how much of this was the Dallas Cowboys. You just heard Mina talk about how well he played against the blitz. Remember, the blitz in game 1 gave Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles some problems.
Yeah, it did.
And so when I look at Caleb Williams' game and what he did from the standpoint of growth, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm encouraged. And yes, you're going to get some of those throws because you have people wide open down the field. But what about when he does escape the pocket and we don't see the turnovers, you don't see the mistakes, you see him go through his progression or identify who will be open in the fire zone blitzes. I thought it was a great game for Caleb Johnson. What I also felt, for Caleb Williams. That's perfect. Caleb Williams. But what I also felt was the fact that Ben Johnson showed up. That was the first game going for it on fourth down. Trick plays with the flea flicker. It felt like Ben Johnson put his imprint on his team.
It felt like he was kind of
Cowboys defense.
Well, yeah, it did feel
Right game.
I know.
Not a good game.
Honestly, you circle them games on the schedule when you first go.
If it's a get right game, get right.
The man running back threw a flea flicker 7 feet in the air.
That was
and
Ben
they scored a
Johnson in his
touchdown.
bag.
Flicker hung up here.
Like, where was it? By the way, okay, the last time Caleb Williams didn't take a sack.
Video, just so you know, Herm, it's time for what happened. Obviously, we know we play to win the game, but some teams just don't get the memo. We're going to go through some teams, and you're going to tell us what exactly happened to them yesterday. Herm, what happened to the Packers late in the game against the Browns yesterday?
What's up, Cowboys Nation? It's Victor here with Dallas Cowboys today. And man, things are getting rough in Big D. We're sitting at 1-2. The season already feels like it's slipping. And now we just got hit with the worst possible news. Ceedee Lamb is expected to miss 3 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Yeah, our WR1, our offensive engine, our playmaker, out. So now the question becomes, what do the Cowboys do? Do they stand pat and hope George Pickens, Jake Ferguson, and the run game carry us through? Or does Jerry Jones finally get aggressive and swing a trade for another playmaker? A guy like Panthers wide receiver Xavier Legette, a former first rounder on a $12 million rookie deal. Let's talk about it. First, let's start with Ceedee. He went down against the Bears, tried to come back, but clearly couldn't go. Now ESPN's Todd Archer says he's out 3 to 4 weeks. High ankle sprains? They're no joke. Sometimes they linger longer. And here's the reality. Without Ceedee, our offense loses nearly 30% of its production. Last year, he had 135 receptions, 1,749 yards, and 12 touchdowns. That's top 3 in the league in catches and yards. You don't just replace that overnight. So who steps up? George Pickens becomes WR1. And listen, I like Pickens. He's got that dog mentality. He's physical, he makes the contested catches. He just had 68 yards and a touchdown filling in for Ceedee. But asking him to carry the load, that's a lot. Jake Ferguson's been great too. 13 catches last week, most by a tight end in the entire NFL this season, but defenses are going to adjust quick. And let's be honest, Jonathan Mingo, who we traded for from the Panthers last year, 0 catches this season, 0. He's been a ghost. That experiment is basically done. That's where Xavier Legette comes in. Bleacher Report just listed him as a top trade candidate. Carolina drafted him in the first round back in 2024. Noah 32 overall. In 2 seasons, he's got 53 catches, 505 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Nothing crazy, but let's not forget what he did at South Carolina in his final college season. 71 receptions, 255 yards, 7 touchdowns. Dude was a monster in the SEC. Now, Carolina's already moved on. They drafted Tedaroa McMillan in the top 10 this year, so Legette is basically expendable. And his contract, 4 years, $12.3 million total, locked up through 2027. That's cheap for a guy with upside. The reported asking price, a conditional 3rd round pick in 2026 that could turn into a 2nd if he hits certain benchmarks. That's not a bad gamble for Dallas. Look, Legette is a boomer bust guy. He's not polished as a route runner. He's not Ceedee Lamb. But he's 6'3", 225 pounds, runs with power, has the deep ball ability, and can win contested catches. You line him up across from Pickens, let Ferguson work the middle, and suddenly this offense looks dangerous again. And let's not forget, Jerry already pulled off a Panthers trade once with Mingo. It didn't work, but are you telling me Jerry doesn't want to take another swing when his $8 billion franchise is in danger of spiraling? Here's the reality, Cowboys Nation. We're 1-2. The defense is struggling without Parsons. Dak already has 4 interceptions in 3 games. And now we've lost Ceedee. If Jerry doesn't make a move, this season could slip away fast. Adding a young, cheap playmaker like Legette might not fix everything, but it could keep this offense alive until Ceedee comes back. But let me ask you this. Would you give up a third-round pick for Xavier Legette right now? Do you think he's worth the gamble? Or do you think the Cowboys should hold steady and trust Pickens, Ferguson, and the run game until Ceedee returns? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know if you're riding with Jerry making a move or if you think this is just panic talk. And hey, if you bleed silver and blue like I do, smash that like button, subscribe to Dallas Cowboys today, and share this video with every Cowboys fan you know, because this season is heating up fast, and you know we're gonna break down every twist and turn right here. Go Cowboys, and let's hope Jerry's got one more ace up his sleeve.